Good morning, students. Yesterday we have read about difference between transfer income and transfer payment and factor payment. Today again I am starting from that. What is factor payment and what is transfer payment? Factor payment is received in return for rendering productive service. It is an earned income because services are rendered for it. It comprises rent, wages, interest and profit. All are factor incomes. It is a bilateral payment. Bilateral means two-sided. At one side we are rendering services, on other side we are receiving payments, and it is included in national income. It is a part of national income. And transfer payments are received without providing any good or service in return. It is an unearned income, only receipts. It comprises gifts, subsidies, donations, old age pensions, scholarships, old age pension, not retirement pension. Yesterday I have told you the difference between the two. And it is unilateral payment, unilateral receipt, because it is one-sided. We are not rendering any services, but we are only receiving. And it is not included in national income. Transfer payments are not the part of national income. Next term we are going to read about final expenditure and intermediate expenditure, as it's clear by its names. Final expenditure is done on final goods, intermediate expenditure is done on intermediate goods, and the difference between two goods is explained already. Final expenditure is the expenditure on purchase of goods and services meant for final consumption, either by households or by firms or producers. And intermediate expenditure is expenditure on intermediate goods which are used as raw material or used for resale in the same year. Expenditure done on intermediate goods is intermediate expenditure. Now we will read about sectors of an economy. The flow of income and flow of goods and services is among many sectors. बहुत सारे सेक्टर्स हैं इकोनॉमी के जिनके बीच में मनी का और गुड्स और सर्विसेज का फ्लो होता रहता है. सो व्हाट आर दीज सेक्टर्स? फर्स्ट इज हाउस होल्ड सेक्टर. Households are owners of four factors of production: land, labor, capital and enterprise. They supply their factor services and supply their factor services to firm sector. जो हाउस होल्ड सेक्टर है वो अपनी सर्विसेज फर्म सेक्टर को देता है और फर्म सेक्टर बदले में उनको फैक्टर पेमेंट्स देता है इन द फॉर्म ऑफ रेंट, वेजेस, इंटरेस्ट एंड प्रॉफिट. Second is firm sector. Firm sector, what's the role of firm sector? It produces goods and services, and it takes the help of households, and in reward pays to them in the form of rent, wages and salary. Third is government sector. Economic activities in the economy are mostly regulated by the government. The government acts as a producer, as a welfare agency, and for expenditure the government collects money also, that is known as revenue, through the taxes, profits, fees, fines, external grants. So many sources are there of government income. It's all known as revenue. And at the same time government makes payments also to its employees, households, and gives subsidies to producers, to consumers, and spends money on transfer payments. So government sector is also included in the flow of goods and services and income. Next, rest of the world sector. Today's, because there is a age of globalization and we are connected to all the countries of the world through trade relations. So every country receives goods and services from other countries and makes payments also and receive money also. So 4 sectors are there: household sector, firm sector, government sector, external sector, that is rest of the world. So how the income flows through these sectors, now we'll read about that. Flow is of circular flow of income is of 2 types. One, flow of income, and second, flow of goods and services among different sectors of the economy. We have already read about it that first of all, goods and services are produced for direct satisfaction of human wants. Then this production generates income by the way of selling in the market. It generates income. Then this income is distributed among 4 factors of production who has contributed their services for the process of production, and then this income goes to 4 factors of production. Then this income is spent by the expenditure, means of expenditure on different items of goods and services, and through expenditure it goes back to the producers. It is a circular flow. First of all, goods and services are produced, they generated income, income goes to distributed to 4 factors of production, they done expenditure, and through expenditure the income goes back to firm sector, and again production is done. So it is a circular flow of income, and flow is of 2 types. One is money flow, second is real flow. Money flow is through money payments, and real flow is in the form of goods and services. So principles of circular flow of income are: in any exchange process, the seller receives the same amount what the buyer spends. जितना buyer spend कर रहा है, seller उतना ही receive कर रहा है. And goods and services flow in one direction, and money payment to acquire them flow in the reverse direction, giving rise to a circular flow. So now the difference between real flow and money flow. Real flow refers to the flow of goods and services between firms and households, and money flow refers to the flow of money in the form of factor payments and consumption expenditure. So 2 types of flow is there, and now I'll explain it through a diagram. Factor services and factor payments among 2 sectors, between 2 sectors. One is firm sector, and other is household sector. First of all, the relation, the flow between 2 sectors, household and firm. Household sector. So first of all, household sector is providing factor services. Household sector अपनी services firm sector को देता है. Factor services in the form of land, labor, capital, enterprise. ये 4 सर्विसेज हाउस होल्ड सेक्टर फर्म सेक्टर को दे रहा है, और फर्म उसकी हेल्प से प्रोड्यूस करके गुड्स और सर्विसेज हाउस होल्ड सेक्टर को दे रहा है, गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज. This is real flow because it is only showing flow of goods and services. Now money flow. हाउस होल्ड सेक्टर ने अपनी फैक्टर सर्विसेज दी, फर्म सेक्टर ने गुड्स और सर्विसेज प्रोड्यूस करके हाउस होल्ड सेक्टर को दिए. दिस इज रियल फ्लो. एंड नाउ मनी फ्लो. जो हाउस होल्ड सेक्टर ने अपनी फैक्टर सर्विसेज दी, फर्म सेक्टर ने उसको पेमेंट्स की, फैक्टर पेमेंट्स, फैक्टर पेमेंट्स, फैक्टर पेमेंट्स किसने की? फर्म सेक्टर ने। किसको की? हाउस होल्ड सेक्टर को, इन द फॉर्म ऑफ रेंट, वेजेस, सैलरी, प्रॉफिट। फैक्टर पेमेंट्स इन द फॉर्म ऑफ मनी। एंड अगेन हाउस होल्ड सेक्टर फिर इस मनी को क्या करेगा? It will do expenditure, consumption, expenditure, and by the way of consumption expenditure, household sector is paying again to firm sector, returning to firm sector, and firm sector is again doing production work with that money, and again this flow goes on. This flow always goes on, it never stops. If it stops, then production work will end. So it is circular flow of income in a two sector economy. So the flow of goods and services is known as the inner circle. जो अंदर का circle show कर रहा है, that is real flow, flow of goods and services, and outer circle is showing money flow in the form of money. So students, what is produced by the firm sector is consumed by the household sector, and the money goes back to firm sector. So this circle always goes on like this. It is called circular flow of income and goods and services. Next term we have to read is leakage and injections. These are very important terms. What is leakage and what is injection? Now see the meaning. A leakage is the amount of money which is withdrawn from the flow of income, whereas injection is that amount of money which is put into the flow of income, which is added to the flow of income. For example, सर्कुलर फ्लो ऑफ इनकम है, इनकम सर्कुलेट करती रहती है, एक हैंड से दूसरे हैंड में इनकम हमेशा सर्कुलेट करती रहती है, सर्कुलेशन में रहती है. जब हम सर्कुलेशन में से कुछ मनी विड्रॉ कर देते हैं तो उसको बोलते हैं लीकेज. कैसे विड्रॉ करते हैं? अगर हमने सेविंग कर ली, हाउस होल्ड्स ने सेविंग कर ली, तो वो फ्लो में से मनी हट गई, निकल गई. टैक्सेस बाय हाउस होल्ड्स एंड फर्म्स, जब हम गवर्नमेंट को टैक्स पे कर देते हैं तो वो मनी सर्कुलर फ्लो में से विड्रॉ हो जाती है. इन द सेम वे इम्पोर्ट स्पेंडिंग, अगर हम इम्पोर्ट्स कर रहे हैं, अदर कंट्रीज से गुड्स मंगा रहे हैं और उसके लिए पेमेंट्स कर रहे हैं, मनी इज़ गोइंग टू अदर कंट्रीज एंड दैट इज़ विड्रॉन फ्रॉम आर फ्लो ऑफ इनकम, हमारे फ्लो ऑफ इनकम में से वो विड्रॉ हो जाती है. सो दीज आर द एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ लीकेजेस. एंड व्हाट इज़ इंजेक्शन? व्हेन वी इंजेक्ट मनी, व्हेन वी ऐड मनी टू द फ्लो ऑफ इनकम. एग्जाम्पल्स आर इन्वेस्टमेंट स्पेंडिंग, जितना भी हम इन्वेस्ट करते हैं प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस में उतना ही मनी सर्कुलर फ्लो में ऐड हो जाती है. अगेन गवर्नमेंट स्पेंडिंग, गवर्नमेंट प्रोडक्शन में या पब्लिक के कंजप्शन पर जितनी भी मनी स्पेंड करती है दैट इज़ ऑल्सो एडेड टू द फ्लो ऑफ इनकम. एंड एक्सपोर्ट अर्निंग, व्हेन वी एक्सपोर्ट गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज एंड वी अर्न मनी, that is added to our flow of income. So these are the examples of injections. So students, it's all for today. Thank you.